I mean, right away, it feels pretty good.
That was a good strike out of the gate there, bud.
Yeah, it just felt easy, you know?
Welcome back. We've got the Nexus shaft from Aerotech, new to the SteelFiber line. It's the first shaft that they've done that has SteelFiber in a graphite driver shaft or wood shaft. So it's going to be pretty exciting here to try these out, Joe. Let's hear from Nick about a more detailed breakdown of these Nexus shafts.
Let's talk about this Aerotech Nexus. This is a brand new driver shaft from Aerotech, and Aerotech's always been known as a great iron shaft, but now they've delivered a really good wood shaft. Now, let's talk about the two different models that they released. The first one being the blue, that's gonna be more of their mid-launch, mid-spin. It's also gonna have a little bit softer butt section and a little bit softer tip section. This is gonna come in 50 grams in all the flexes. Now, the other one that they came out with is the black, and the black is going to be your low launch, low spin version. Little firmer butt section, little firmer tip section. Somebody who wants something a little stronger, faster tempo. This will be available in a 60 gram and 70 gram with all the flexes. If you're looking for something with superior downrange dispersion, this steel fiber weaving that they put in this graphite is going to help deliver that.
All right, Joe, let's let it rip.
All right, Mitch, first shaft we're going to be working with here is the Nexus Blue.
Yeah.
This is their mid-mid, so mid-launch, mid-spin. I've got the QI35 core 9-degree head on here. Okay?
Wonderful. Yeah.
I mean, right away, it feels pretty good.
That was a good strike out of the gate there, bud.
Yeah, it just felt easy, you know, like it released very, very well.
Nice.
Like that one there again, I could really feel the head. It loaded very nicely.
Yeah.
And it just came through. I mean, it's amazing. I place extra stiff shafts, and I don't really feel that kind of release normally at the bottom.
Yeah. Does it feel a little bit harder to control than your typical extra
honestly,
stiff shaft being a stiff here?
Yeah, the fact that it's 50 grams, I'm actually swinging just a little softer on purpose.
Yeah.
My swing speed at 104, I mean, I usually cruise around 110, and I can try one. I just kind of want to see, but see if it kind of holds up to that. But I mean, that's just something I've done. You know, if I know I'm in a lighter shaft, a little whippier, feeling that loading and that releasing, I just inherently swing softer because I don't want to lose it, right? Yeah. So I'll swing a couple more.
And what's your gamer driver shaft right now?
Right now I play a 65 extra stiff in a VA Villain.
VA Villain? Okay.
VA Villain, yep.
I got
VA Composites Villain shaft.
Love it.
But I'll go hard once.
Okay. Let's see it.
And see if it is tougher to control.
Okay, we got that speed up.
Yep. Well.
Yeah. I mean, typically when you're playing something a little bit too soft for you, we're going to miss it a little bit more on the left, or we're going to have a little bit of a block if we time it up a little bit better.
Okay.
At the end of the day, I mean, that was really nice. There's the left.
So yeah, I mean, it does feel good.
Yeah.
But when I put my full swing on it, you can see I'm losing it a little bit, right? It's not the right weight for me. But with this line, this Nexus Blue only comes in a 50 gram. You can't get it any heavier.
Yeah.
So for your slower swing speeds, you know, that don't quite swing up to 110 miles an hour, I think this would be a really great shaft. Right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. 100%. I mean, it's swing speed, it's transition. You've got all the speed in the world to be able to play an axe.
So yeah, so if I let off on it, I mean, it's very, very controllable. It's very straight, is what I'm seeing. I'm not really trying to put a lot into it, but it does feel really, really good. Even then, 102, and I'm still getting it out to 275. I mean, that's
right. I mean, yeah. This is where we're seeing our carry, right? Some of the ones that you let off here that were a little bit more accurate. You know, I think one of your harder swings over here, right? Having said all of that, we expect it to kind of be on the left side, being a little too soft for you. That's what we saw. We saw that one kind of block out there. But I mean, it felt great to you. Just not quite the right weight for you, not quite the right stiffness.
Yeah.
But pretty good stuff overall.
No, it's a great shaft, and I think there's a lot of golfers that are going to find this really helps them out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's try the other one.
Cool. Let's do it. So we're going to be trying the Nexus Black 6S for this next one. The Nexus Black comes in a 60 and a 70. Does not come in a 50.
And right away, I love the way this looks.
Yeah.
This is a nice looking shaft. It's got the matte black finish here at the bottom. A little bit of that Aerotech SteelFiber type design up at the top
Very
here.
cool.
Very, very good, look to it. Yeah, I can instantly feel the stiffness.
You can.
A little bit different in the handle, kind of overall. Whew. I gotta quit swinging hard.
That might have been the best one. Sounded better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Joe, before we get into the performance difference between these two, just in the numbers, can you talk to me a little bit about like the feel difference between the two shafts that you had?
Yeah. Like I mentioned earlier, it's just very much, it's boardier, right?
Yeah.
It's almost, which isn't a bad thing, right? So I don't swing as fast as some people out there. And that might be a feel that they like. I like a softer feel. I like it when it comes through. And what I've noticed with VA, the one that I use, it is an X, but it doesn't feel like it to me, right? Whatever it is. But in the handle, it just feels stiffer in the handle, and I can really feel that coming down.
Yeah.
I mean, if I put a good swing on it, it actually performs very, very well. It's just the feel is kind of throwing me off a little bit.
Yeah. And like we said, different bend profile, and I think what you were really feeling with the blue was, again, something that was similar, right, to the villain. And the reason why that villain doesn't feel like an X to you, and this actually feels maybe stiffer than a stiff to you, is just your natural affinity for that bend profile is just not there in this shaft. So very interesting, really cool to see. Let's take a look at the head-to-head performance. But what I find really interesting about it is in terms of stiffness and weight, this shaft would make more sense. But when you factor in the bend profile, it just didn't perform as well. Yeah. Right? We get higher ball speed out of the Nexus Blue. Okay, you get a tighter grouping here for your better shots in terms of left-right. Okay, and yeah, you had to slow it down a little bit with the Nexus Blue for your kind of really good, consistent shots in the center. And you can get a little bit more out of it with the Nexus Black for some of your better shots, but the dispersion was much wider, and you were definitely missing more to the left. Not nearly as consistent. And your two best shots came from the blue, which again, weight was not what you're used to. The bend profile was close. Both of those are very, very important. And hey, it was kind of cool to see the difference here. Smash factor was similar, but you can even see with the consistency of smash factor, you had a more consistent strike with the Nexus Blue without taking out any of the shots here. So really cool stuff.
I think one of the important things is when you look at these numbers here, right? Now this is just me swinging, of course.
Right.
But the numbers are quite similar, right? But it was two drastically different shafts in my hands, is what I felt.
Yeah.
And I think what makes it so great is, you know, the shaft is going to work. The shaft is there. It's built a certain way. Aerotech does really great things with their shafts. They've come in and they've made a fantastic wood shaft here, but they've given us options.
I mean, you said it, right? Two drastically different shafts. I mean, they're kind of speaking to us a little bit as well about who needs to or who needs to try this shaft out, depending on which one it is, right? We've got the mid in terms of launch, spin, right, for the blue, and lower with the black. So with the Nexus Blue stopping at a 50, right, it's kind of telling you that the slower kind of swing speeds are going to gravitate towards that shaft, and they still give you a stiff option, right? If you're swinging, you know, below 103 miles an hour, 105, depending on tempo again. It's a little bit of a sliding scale. You got to go out and try to test it. But that's typically kind of the breaking point to go up to extra stiff is right around there. But you want to be, again, similarly on like 93, 95 to be able to play that stiff. So you have that regular option, and it's definitely something you should still try out. If you're in that swing speed range, you can still try the black versus the blue, right, and see which bend profile is better for you. But typically speaking, right, with the black, you're trying to get that ball flight down a little bit, right? You can really affect that more with loft on the head and settings on the driver in terms of ball flight that you can with the shaft, but you want to get everything out of the shaft that you can. So if you can get some positive results, bringing that ball flight down if you're hitting it too high with the black, it's going to help you, right? If you currently have a lower launching driver shaft, you're trying to get it up in the air a little bit more, Nexus Blue would be great for you, right? Because it's that mid-launch, mid-spin, and hey, I know just off of the fact that it stops at a 50, it's going to be a little bit softer in the tip. It's going to have a little bit more quote-unquote feel, right? But But you get that black back in your hands, and it's going to be a lot stiffer. It didn't work out for you today, right? And you got to go out there, you got to go try it and see what works best. But that's how you can kind of think about it at home is if I've got that faster swing speeds, I'm trying to get that ball flight down, the black is probably going to work better for you. If I've got a little bit slower swing speed, I'm trying to get the ball flight up in the air, blue's probably going to work a little bit better for you.
Yeah, I think your everyday golfer, you see all these different brands. You see that there's tons of different options out there. Aerotech is a trustworthy brand. They've given us great products over the years, and I think they knocked it out of the park this time again.
All right, let's get Matt in here and see what he can do.
That was not it. Got it. Get.
There it is.
Go!
Oh, I thought it was going to go higher. You want to try the other one now?
Sure.
Feel a little better to you. You got to let me know what you think of the feel of these.
Oh, absolutely. So I realize I'm trying to swing a little bit hard here, but the feel on this one, please note, I'm used to something that is very, very board stiff. So people like to joke that I like to swing telephone poles, and that is something that I enjoy. So this really felt far more loose. So I feel a lot more of the action in the backswing. So I feel like I can feel that shaft actually bending, especially when it loads on that downswing. It did feel like it released pretty well. So it felt pretty good coming back through overall, but it did feel soft to me. So it felt like there was some torque and some play in there, which is not something I'm used to, but that is what I felt overall with the reaction of that shaft. Call home to mom.
I'm waiting for 180 ball speed. That's what I'm waiting for.
There it is.
Very good. Very
Boom!
nice.
Right there, Joe.
Oh.
Come on.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
It is.
Big celebration. There it is. Very good swing. About 320 carry. That's nice. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. And if you want to see more videos, be sure to check out the channel.